one's for Kotobukiya Bishoujo DC Bishoujo statue. Dark Supergirl. This one is limited edition. Woo! And a damn sight cooler than the regular one, I must say. I was moved enough that I felt like I should buy it, so I did. And here it is. There's not much difference, I guess, between the two. The most obvious being the costume. But aside from the costume, there is also, for, I guess, makeup, technically. I guess that would be what it is. The paint is different. So, the sculpt is more or less the same, except for the hands. I don't have the other Supergirl, so I can't say for sure that these are the only differences, especially since I haven't taken it out of the package yet. But even Streaky has got a black cape, which I guess means that he's a dark cat, and I don't know what a dark cat would do different than a regular cat. They all seem kind of dark to me to begin with, but at any rate, this one, I guess there are refinements they made to her face. She definitely looks different than the regular one. I'm assuming it's just the paint that makes the difference, but perhaps the paint is applied even better. So here's the box art, Shin Yamashita, of course. And this one looks like they did a really good job sculpting his illustration. If there's anything different about it, I can't find it, and I'm certainly not going to complain about it. There's the box, limited edition, 1,500 pieces, and I'm going to open it now. And I learned last time that I'm not going to be able to do it on camera. So I'm going to say poof, and it will be open. That's actually kind of stupid. I'm just going to open it. And here she is outside the box. She doesn't come assembled, so that means that she's probably going to be pretty tall by the time it gets assembled. But there she is in her clamshell, and here she is out of her clamshell. And fully assembled, no less. Wasn't much assembly required. They just, both of them peg onto that cloud. She pegs on at her ankle, or her foot, I should say. Right at the toe of her foot there, and then Streaky plugs in at his hip, right here. And that's it. So, here she is, and she is pretty rad, I gotta say. I'm digging this one a lot. I haven't seen this one outside of a case, or in person yet, so I wasn't sure what to expect, but she is pretty rad. The black and red cape is much better than the blue and red cape for me. The silver's a nice touch too, even though, I probably shouldn't mix football politics into a review, but I'm not a fan of the Raiders. But if you are, hell, this is going to work out for you just right. That silver and black, though, is awesome. Her logo on her chest is really well done. One little paint flaw that I found, two little flaws in this figure that I can see going over it. One is right here on her collar. There's some brush strokes visible. If you can see, let me get focus here. They're right there. But they're not very noticeable. If you look at them from any other angle, you're not going to see it. That and the seams of the plastic on her head are kind of obvious. They kind of fit in with her hair, the way it's kind of, I don't know, the way it lays or something, but the seams are kind of big on her head. Not a big deal, though. You stand back a foot, you're not going to see any of that. She's got silver underwear, for those who are wondering. And her skin and her color scheme for her clothes, all painted very well. The black is pretty straightforward. It's just a glossy black. It's not metallic black like Catwoman is or anything like that. It's just a flat black. It's glossy. The inside of her cape is red, and it's a matte red. And it's pretty good. I like it. I mean, this is a little bit better than I expected. I'm really happy with this figure now at this point that I got to get an eye on it. There's Streaky. He's fine. There's nothing wrong with Streaky, I guess. Decent amount of detail put into him. He's painted. He's you know, he's a cat. What are you gonna do? But he's got his black cape, and he seems to be looking somewhere. I can't imagine where he's looking. You know, where's oh, Streaky, you naughty kitty. Yeah. So she's got fists now too, as opposed to her kind of open hand. I guess this means she's angry, you know, because she's dark. So she's gonna sock somebody. I don't really know what the story is with her. If I did, I'd maybe have a better idea of her character and whether or not this is like a good representation of her. The Bishoujo figures are kind of like an alternate version of all the characters they do anyway, so that's not really a big deal. I'm assuming this is probably the best representation, or you know, I don't think this character's been done justice before, and I think this figure has done just that. It's really cool. She's got a big cape. Cape is a little bigger than I kind of realized. It kind of flares around her. The only kind of weird thing is that she's at a kind of a weird angle. She's kind of like looking down from above, which makes sense considering she's flying. It doesn't make sense though if you're looking at her on a shelf. See, like if I was to compare her to Jean Grey here, where Jean's kind of, if you were level, let's see about there. So she's looking kind of down, which is a little weird. Not a big deal. It's not a complaint. It's just something I noticed. Her base is just a cloud. Cloud is cool for a cloud. It's got matte paint on it. Makes it look kind of like a fluffy cloud. It's a little translucent in parts. I'm thinking if you get some light shining down on it or through it or on it, it's going to look pretty cool. Nothing too special about the base, just a cloud. She pegs into it, and he pegs, Streaky pegs into it, and that's about it. But this figure's rad. I really like it. I'm glad I got it. If you have an opportunity to get it. Like I said, they're limited to 1,500. That's not a lot, but I don't think there's really a lot of people looking to buy these. I would imagine if there were, I'd probably have more views. Or maybe I just suck. Either way, if you like this figure, or if you like evil Supergirl, dark Supergirl, or regular Supergirl, or if you're a fan of these figures, Bishoujo, like me, if you're just a fan of the Bishoujo style Shinya Yamashita, pick this one up. It's rad. I really like this one a lot. So, see if I can get her focus on her face. There we are. Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Kotobukiya, like I've heard some people pronounce on the show floor. It's weird, you get people saying it all kinds of different ways. I could be saying it a different way than you say it, and I might sound like the weirdo. Alright, I'm rambling now. Yeah. Kotobukiya Dishi Bishoujo Dark Supergirl. Thanks for watching.